This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
So hello guys, welcome back to another video of our channel, and in this video we'll be taking a look on the tools from HackLuke or Luke Stephens. And in this video we'll be trying to install those tools, use those tools to find information, find bugs and all those things. And one more additional thing, in this video we'll be learning how to use any tool, literally any tool, to find or get its maximum in our results. Right, usually we are not going to use the tools to find the maximum results, or we are unable to get the maximum results from a tool. So we'll be learning how to do that. So before going to the video, we are having few announcements here. We are having Advanced Bug Bounty Batch 3, the live hunting course. The registrations are closed as the seats are full. But we are having the Beginner Bug Bounty Batch 11, so you can check all the contents here. This is for completely beginners, and also you guys can register for this, and we are having a 50% flat discount. So if you are from India, it will be around just 999 Indian rupees, and if you are not from India, it will be only like $9 for you. So make sure you check it out. And also we are having few recorded courses, as you guys can see all the recorded courses here. And other than this, we are having a free web security webinar on 20 September. So make sure you check out the links in the description to get registered for that. And let's get into the video. So here we are on a computer screen now. So in this video we'll be taking a look on tools from HackLuke or Luke Stephens. But before going into the video, I would like to tell you a few things that are really very important. So these days we use a lot of tools. Suppose we might be using Subfinder, SQL Map, many tools, but we make few mistakes there. A lot of people will be like definitely using maybe 2 or 3 options for like -t, -o for outputs, -d for domain, and just setting the threads. Each tool can do more than that. You don't know, like every target is different, every tool is different, every tool is having its own functionality, proper functionality. So use every tool according to your target. Don't be using it blindly, using all the default ones, or using the simple limited threads, or maybe some sort of limited number of requests per second, right? You need to do a lot of things. You need to understand whole tool. Just play with every tool. Like suppose you are having 10 tools in your device, in your system. Get yourself a whole day, play with all those tools, learn how each of the options are working, and then you will be noticing that you can get a different output from that particular tool, and that is very helpful. So don't go to simply using the tools by their default options or by the minimalist output. Use the tools on their best, and you will get the best outputs possible from them. So here, as I said, we'll be taking a look on tools from Stephen or Luke Stephens. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or wrong, but definitely we'll be taking a look on few of his tools. So here I'm on my Chrome browser, as you guys can see that. So before starting into all those things, I would like to introduce 2 things here. The Weaponized XSS payloads, right? So what's this? But before understanding this tool, let me show you. So this is the Luke Stephens or HackLuke, as you guys have seen this photo in the thumbnail. So these are the Weaponized XSS payloads for multiple bugs, as you guys can see that. I'm not going to explain each thing in very deep, so I hope you will practice them or just try it by yourself. So these are the few Weaponized XSS tools designed to turn alert1 into P1. Definitely you guys can see this: WordPress rc.txt.js, create post, staged XSS, Joomla create admin, right? You will see all these things, all this content here. You can use this to escalate your particular files. So these are the particular JS files that you really need to exploit or understand few things. But before using all of this, do one thing. If you have seen the ChatGPT video, you know how to use or if you don't know how to code, how to understand a particular code. If you are unable to code, or if you are not much into coding, I have told you how to use that. And if you don't know, just check out the video of how to use ChatGPT for bug bounties or for hunting bugs. You will definitely take a look into it. So you can use that for advanced exploitation when you need some sort of guidance, or if you're stuck at somewhere while escalating any sort of bugs. Definitely take a look on that. And as I said, you can take a look on this JS files. You guys can see these things. The codes are here. The WordPress rc.js, the WordPress key is post.js. Right, so you need to understand all these things. So that's a creating post from WordPress, and as the particular repository says, turn alert1 into a p1. So definitely this can do that thing. Now let's move to another thing. That's another repository. It's a bug bounty standard. So this is technically it's a repository which is having few situations that usually bug bounty hunters and programs face. So sometimes this situation happens with you. Hacker submits vulnerability with proof of exploitation, and the vulnerability is fixed before the submission is tried. So in that particular things, you should do this thing. Don't be like go on Twitter and do some sort of random things. You know what I mean? Right. So these are few situations that you really want to look on it. If you are already hunting or if you are going into hunting, definitely take a look on all these things. Now let's move to the tools here. So in first I got Hackcrawler. Right, it's a fast Golang web crawler for gathering URLs and JavaScript file locations. So if you know what's crawling, yeah, here we are. So there's a lot of crawlers available on the internet, but I still see a lot of people, including me, I use Hackcrawler a lot. So it's very simple to install. I haven't showed installation of single tool here because it's very simple. You all what you need to do is simply go install and then this thing github.com and the tool name at latest. You need to only do this thing and copy the tool from your Go path to your global directory. Suppose it's user local bin, right? You can do that thing. Now here we are on this tool Hackcrawler. So let me open my terminal here. Now we got the Hackcrawler here, right? So how will you use it? So if I give a perfect example, everyone has heard of the Wayback URL. Its usage is very simple, but functioning is different. So let me just open. You can open a file like url.txt and all these things, but I'm simply gonna do this echo command here. But as I said before, using any tool, you need to understand the help menu. So let me just say Hackcrawler -h help menu, obviously. So you got the help menu here. Let me expand this thing. So the depth to crawl, the disable redirects. That's a very important thing. One of the guys said me that sometimes there's a lot of URLs that are going to redirect, but if you scrape them, you will find a lot of important or sensitive disclosures in them. So that's a very important thing that you need to understand there. Now there's this for disabling the redirects. Then we got the -h for header separation. You can separate them by semicolons, obviously, as shown here, cookie and the referers. You can get your output in JSON. You can do the proxy settings. You can do the source of the URL, the page size limits, subdomains. We are going to use this thing right now for it. Anyway, so let's use the tool with the same command, echo https google.com, and now I'm going to use the Hackcrawler, and let's use the -subs here, and you will see that I'm getting the all subdomains here. Okay, that's the result is finished here. As you guys can see that this is not a lot of results here for google.com. So let me just clear this again and let me type Hackcrawler -h, and as you guys can see that there is a thing which is saying that depth to crawl, right? I have to specify the depth to crawl it. So I'm using the depth to crawl for it. I forgot what was it. It was -d. Okay, I forgot it accidentally. Anyway, so -d. Let me set the -d to 8, and you will notice that it is now mining for a longer time than the previous one. It is just a simple ideology here, but before this, when I tried it for myself or when I've used this thing hundreds of times in my whole journey, so definitely the depth to crawl really matters. It will definitely take time. You can have VPS, you can have your separate machines, you can have a even separate router for it, but definitely you will get some sort of non-ignorable things into it. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here. I hope you understood the demonstration here. Now let's take a look on another tool, the Hackcrawler DNS. I don't know I'm pronouncing it right or wrong because all the tools are having hack in common, but I don't know what's the name of it. So the same installation, You guys can see this thing right now. You guys can use a lot of things here. Suppose in HackRabbit DNS, I want to get a DNS of this particular IP, right? Or I want some sort of, you know, this will particularly do a very simple thing: reverse DNS lookups. As you guys can see this thing here, simple, fast, a small, fast, and simple to performing reverse DNS lookup in masses. So if you can do this thing in simple, but if I want to do this on a single domain, I can simply get IP of any domain. Let's choose a domain. Let's choose our favorite one as always, tesla.com. You can just copy the IP here. Let me just minimize this. Now you can just simply type the echo here if for one particular domain. But if you're having more than one, you should use another one. But before this, we would like to perform a ID of this tool, right? So we'll be taking a look on HackRabbit DNS-H, and here are all the user, or I will say the user instructions here to how to use this particular tool. So the threads, the resolver, the protocols, the port, and the domain. Anyway, we don't want that, so we just say HackRabbit DNS. For demonstration, I will use important things here. So HackRabbit DNS. So as you guys can see that according to this particular IP, it belongs to Akamai Technologies, which means it is having a web application firewall which belongs to Akamai. Let's take a look on it. And as you guys can see that the CDN is Akamai here available. So that's the thing. It is not for understanding the CDNs, but yeah, it can help you in a lot way. You can give this sort of when you're testing on an IP range, then definitely that's a great thing. You can use this command trips and your IP range and then the HackRabbit DNS. You will get a lot of crazy details out there. Let's move to the third one, which is Hack Origin Finder. It will help you find the origin, right? So it's simple as that. Tools for discovering the origin host behind the reverse proxy, or useful bypassing webs and other reverse proxies. So if you know what's origin IP, then you know that bypassing them can help you a lot. So when you're having a lot of web application firewalls, and if you're able to get the origin IP, you will not get any sort of restrictions in multiple cases. Suppose you are getting 403 from Cloudflare and you are having origin IP for that particular endpoint. So you can search the same endpoint on the origin IP and you will get the access of the 403 or let's say forbidden files, and that can be a very critical thing. So you should take a look on that. I will say that. Right, so it's usually simple as that. You guys can see this thing. So let's use this tool, but I'm gonna use the same command as here because I'm having few IPs and they are private invites, so I can't use them. So let's use this same here, and you will see that look, it's usually simple as that. You can simply use the Hack Origin Finder -h and the domain you need to apply there, and the IP here. So if you just take a look on the, let me remove this thing first of all. If you take a look on the usage, Hack Origin Finder -h. It's simple as that. Host name of site. Suppose your site is tesla.com, you are having a range of Tesla. Add that thing. Same for the -l, INT or lenient threshold. Higher means more lenient. Obviously -p for original host name and listen port. -s for original host name is over SSL, which is default is false. So you can use this thing. Default threads are 32. You can decrease or increase them according to your needs. So let me paste this thing here. And when I enter, I will get all these things. The open ports, the available IP ranges and all these things. And there is actually no match. When you will be able to find some sort of internal origin IP or possibility of it, you will find a match here rather than no match. You can just read all these things here. The first column is either match or no match depending on whether the level threshold was reached or not, and the second column is the URL being tested, and the third column is the level score. As you guys can see this, the score, the URL, and the first column which is match or no match. So definitely play with this tool a little bit. You must be having a lot of targets that you hunted on, which are having something written in the scope like all falls under our all. Let's say suppose there will be written like everything belongs to XYZ is in scope. So you can just try that thing. Let's move to the next URL, hack check URL. It's simple. Take a list of URL and return their HTTP response code. And definitely this thing is really important. I will definitely say that, because when it comes to actually hunting, or let's say having the understanding of response code, in the visual recon video we have seen why the response code and all the web page lookup is very important. So this works same like that. So it's simple, it's very simple to use. You can see this thing, you can use make a one liner like that. Asset finder google.com, so you will get all the particular things for the google.com. Then the hack crawler, then the hack check URL, and then the grep -v404. Now we are trying to find the 404s here, right? Let's use this thing on our own. But before using any tool, let's check the -h help menu. So the only thing here is threads. So let me clear this thing. Let me open a file here. Let's say terminal. So let's use this tool here. So we are gonna use this tool as always on tesla.com. So you need to open this file and the hack crawler or the hack check URL, not the hack crawler here. So let's open the httpx file here and then the hack check URL and then hit enter. And as you guys can see that you got this 503 errors. Look, the first one is the status code and the other one is the URL. So you got the particular status codes 401, 200, 503, right? You are having this sort of things. But anyway, you can do few more things, like if you want to grab some sort of particular ones, maybe grab 200 only. And you will only get the 200 ones as you are specifying to grab only 200, right? So you can use this according to your own preferences, as I mentioned earlier in the particular video. So let me close this thing. Now let's move to the next tool here, which is hack IP to host. So it takes a list of IP addresses wasted in and then does a series of checks to return associated domain names with it. So you can simply use this thing like that once again. As I said, but definitely include a particular IP range and you will find all the domains associated with it. So you can use the same tool here, but before using any tool, we are going to do the same thing every time. So hack IP to host -h. Help menu is this, port to bother the specified DNS resolver, protocol string, the string for IP or DNS resolver for lookups, and the -t for number of threads, which is default as 32. So let's use the same command here. And you will get all the particular, let's say the IP address related to the particular domain names. So as we are having this result, you will see that we are getting the particular results like that. PayPal.me, it is related to PayPal.me. Then this one is PayPal.com, something I had it. Then a.paypal.com, we got the api.paypal.com. These sort of things are very important when it comes to IP pen testing or some sort of domain pen testing. That can help you in multiple ways. When it comes to this IP or their range, or let's say finding all the things related to them, it is having multiple benefits, or let's say more than one usage. So as you guys can see that you are having this IP address to domain name association, right? You are having the IP address and the associated domain name, and this can help you having a deeper recon into a target. So it's ended here anyway. So check this tool once again and include all these tools into our recon and you won't regret it. Now we got one more, hack list gen. So this is technically a thing when you're having some sort of JS files or all these things. It can make the whole file or any sort of file into a usable collection here. And that's definitely a very important thing, I can say that. But yeah, that can help you a lot. The examples are here. Let's try this one. So these are all the things from the wikipedia.net, but we don't need that. Let's try this one, subfinder. So our domain is still the example.com and it is having a whole thing sorted out. But yeah, we know that this is gonna be there. Let's try some sort of JS files here. So I'm gonna try this particular doc here. And let's say if we are having some sort of .js files here, let's say any sort of JS would be good there. So we got this load external.js here. Just copy the link, Open a browser, curl, paste the link, give a pipe, and name the tool. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. So definitely yes, that's the thing. Hack list gen, and you got all those things in a sorted way, but you can use this thing in a different purposes. If you are having some sort of a very big file or maybe a lot of things in it, you can create a great custom word list from a large scope doing this particular command here. So let's take a look what's gonna happening there. So subfinder, and nu, then httpx, then once more nu, then hack crawler, then once more nu, then the curl URL for insecure, the hash listen, the new wordlist.txt, then we got the subdomains.txt and all these files here, then hack list gen and the final wordlist.txt. Now this is completely based on a custom word list for last scope target when you're doing something like that. So this you can use this thing once again. Now we got this thing, hack tld extract. So we got this tool, basic tool for extracting subdomains from URL on masses. So definitely you can use this thing. So let me open the help menu for it. So hack tld extract -h. So we got only two options: subdomain instead of base domains, number of threads to utilize. So let me just type httpx.txt and hack tld extract. You got all the domains here. Now we want subdomains. Let's say -s. You will get a subdomains. So you know when this is useful in some sort. When this is useful, so you have found a lot of. Let's say you have like 5,000 targets or let's say 300 targets of a website, and then you are having all of them in a wayback file, and you need to extract them. So you can do this sort of things in that. So here we are done with few tools. Now I'm having three tools, which is hack find internal domains, hack trails, and hack scale. You need to use these three by your own. I'm not gonna explain them. Just play with it, spend few time on them, and you will learn a lot. Now that's a tool. It is simple, very simple to use. It is not even having that much options even. It is only having a -t for setting the threads, and you will find all these things. So you just give the list of subdomains to it, and it will try to find all the internal domains that belongs to the particular target. So you can use this tool obviously. The hack trails, now this tool is you can say that it's a little bit deeper. I will say it's a tool that you can spend time on. You can just spend days on it. So the features are here: tool chaining, subdomain discovery, root domain discovery, associated IP discovery. So the only reason I haven't covered this tool in this video is that I'm gonna make another video, in-depth video on this particular tool, which is hack trails. So definitely I will just show you how I used this tool to find multiple bugs out there. But you can just check out all the instructions here. The instructions are very clean here. You can just understand the tool. You can simply use the tool with its maximum potential by just using or understanding all these particular options here. And the last one is hack scale. So this is a particular tool which you can use to scale out shell commands to multiple systems with multiple threads on each system, right? So you can just do your automation or whatever your work is on multiple systems and then get your output on a single main or master system. So definitely take a look onto it if you're having multiple devices. Check this tool hack scale. So that was for the video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and don't forget to register for the free workshop here.